everyone, my name is Junel Hapos, and today I will be presenting my education video for Layer 2, Comparative Model of Policing System. For my assigned country, I choose Cambodia, a nation rich in culture, history, and involving policing system that reflects in journey from conflict toward modernization. In this video, I will explain Cambodia policing system, the strength and weakness, a real-life example and comparison that in the Philippine National Police, and finally, my personal insight. So let's begin. Cambodia, officially the Kingdom of Cambodia. It is located in Southeast Asia with more than 17 million people. It has experienced dramatic political events from French colonization to the Khmer Rouge regime, which heavily influence how their police system works today. Today, Cambodia is constitutional monarchy, and its policing systems reflects the country needs for stability, nation control, and security. Centralized policing model. Cambodia uses a highly centralized policing model under the Ministry of Interior or MOI from the National Police, Ministry of National Defense from the Royal Gendarmerie. This means decision, command, and policies come from the top, and all provinces follow the same system. The main police force. Cambodian National Police, CNP, responsible for daily policing such as crime prevention, investigation, border control, traffic and public order. Number 2, Royal Gendarmerie of Cambodia, a paramilitary force that handle riots, terrorism, and emergencies. Specialized Unit, Anti-Drug Department, Police Border, Judicial Police, Crime Investigation, Interpol National Central Bureaus. Their training center is the Police Academy of Cambodia in Kandal Province. On real example of Cambodia policing system in action is their anti-drug campaign. Example, nationwide anti-drug crackdown. Cambodia has been struggled with rising drug trafficking, especially methamphetamine. In response, the police conducted nationwide operation, coordinate with Thailand, Vietnam, and Laos, strengthening borders, checkpoints, work with Interpol for cross-border arrests, and lastly, launch awareness campaign. This case show how Cambodia's centralized system allows fast nationwide responses, but also reveals issues like overcrowded prison and concern on due process. So now, let's discuss the SWOT analysis of Cambodian police. First, strength. Strong centralized command and fast coordination. Specialized units are active like anti-drug and cybercrime. Growing international cooperation. Consistent nationwide policies. Number 2 is weakness. Corruption and political influence. No independent civilian oversight. Weak human rights enforcement. Rural areas lack trainees and equipments. Number 3, opportunities. Better human rights aligned laws. modernization in cybercrime and forensic, Asian partnership, community policing expansion. Number 4, it's threats, human trafficking and cybercrime, organized criminal network, political tension, and lastly, budget limitation. Comparison with the Philippines. Number 1, structure. Cambodia is centralized top-down, while Philippines is semi-decentralized, work with LGUs. Number 2, insight. Cambodian weak oversight political influence. Another that Philippines has CHR, IAS, and NAPOLCOM. Number 3, community policing. Cambodian is limited. Philippines strong, especially with the barangay partnership. Number 4, training. Cambodian Single Nation Academy. Philippines PNPA plus Regional Training Center. Number 5, crime prevention. Cambodian order maintenance state focus. Philippines community-based and problem solving. Studying Cambodian policing system made me realize how deeply history and politics affects how law enforcement. I admire their efforts and modernize, especially through regional and international cooperation. However, issues like corruption, lack of transparency, and limited community involvement show that policing must always balance power with accountability and public trust. As a criminology student, this taught me that the policing system is not just force. It is service, fairness, and compassion to implement the law to the people. Recommendation for Cambodia creates an independent oversight body like ISA or CHR, strengthening community policing to improve trust, invest in technology for cybercrime, forensic and crime data, improve training especially for rural officer. For the Philippines, learns from Cambodia efficient national coordination, enhance ASEAN cooperation, improve unified crime data sharing. In conclusion, Cambodia's policing system reflects a nation that rebuilding, reforming, and striving for modernization. Its strength and challenges offer valuable lesson not only for Cambodia but also for the Philippines. Thank you for watching and have a great day everyone.